I walk down the street with my sons as they pop in and out of stores asking for candy. It's their first time trick or treating and my first time participating in Halloween activities in over 20 years. I haven't celebrated Halloween since I was 10 years old. Back then I was a scrawny little boy who hated school and rules and loved candy and hanging out with my teenage brother and his friends. They'd always give me candy, but they made me do crazy things that kept me in trouble. I thought hanging with them meant I was cool, but they laughed at me the whole time. One Halloween night, my brother and his friends bought a couple of cartons of eggs and thought it would be cool to throw them at random people in the neighborhood. We waited until it got dark, and we hid in the shadows before throwing an egg at an unsuspecting kid or adult. We thought it was hilarious to see people's reaction to yolk sliding down their clothes. I thought I was having the time of my life. I laughed until my stomach hurt. One of my brother's friends, Gerald, got an ingenious idea for me to throw eggs on a bus. He said he'd give me a whole bag of candy if I got on the bus, stood in the doorway, and threw a couple of eggs and got off the bus. I was down to do the dirty deed for the candy, and my brother didn't stop me. My brother and his friends hid on the side of a building while I stood on the corner at the bus stop. My adrenaline was pumping as I cradled 3 eggs in my shirt. I was excited. I was going to make the guys laugh and think I was fearless. The only consequence of my bad actions was being yelled at, and I was used to it. So I wasn't afraid as the bus slowly approached me. Its brakes screeched, and the bus stopped in front of me. The door whistled as it opened for me. I stepped to the edge of the platform and aimlessly threw 2 eggs at the back of the bus. Then I threw the last one directly at the bus driver. I felt the doors close behind me on my back, and I fell onto the bus. I quickly got up and tried to push my way off the bus. I turned to the bus driver and peed my pants. He was a monster. It wasn't a costume. His face was scaly, red, and peeling. He had huge, pointy ears and nose with horns on each side of his head. I looked at the other passengers on the bus, and they were all pale with black lips. Their clothes were dirty and torn. One passenger hit by the egg was licking the yolk off his shirt. I had to get off that bus. I banged on the door and yelled for my brother and his so-called friends to help me. When they saw I was stuck, they came running and the bus started to pull off. The bus driver said, "You might as well take a seat, this is going to be a long ride." He laughed like he was the devil himself, and the other passengers joined him. The bus flew through the city streets, not stopping for anyone else. I had to take a seat to keep from getting thrown around the bus. I waited and waited for someone to stop the bus and help me. After a while, days maybe, a woman sat beside me. She knew what I was thinking. "I'm sorry, young man, but no one is coming for you. We all thought someone was coming for us at one point in time, but this is our fate." Fate. I never heard of that word. What's fate? Think of it as your end. All that's left to you, to us, is this bus ride. She pulled a piece of candy out of her purse. "I know you like candy." I eagerly took the candy, opened it, and it turned to dust that fell into my lap. She started laughing, revealing a set of rotten teeth. Everyone on the bus started laughing at me. I cried. I was tired of people laughing at me. I cried to God. I promised to go to school every day and respect my teachers and be kind to my classmates and to do my homework and even extra credit. I was going to listen to my mom and finally stay away from my brother and his friends. At 10 years old, I wanted another chance to do right in life. The bus stopped suddenly and threw everyone in the seats forward. The bus driver came to me, grabbed me by my shirt collar and said, "I was looking forward to having you as a passenger for a long time. Someone heard your prayer." He opened the door and threw me off the bus. He growled at me, "I'll see you again." I yelled, "No, you won't." I've been on the straight and narrow ever since then, and afraid of buses, especially the express ones.